ahead, Toby. Take us to a grid view or my view real quick. Let's see, are we there? Welcome, y'all. Welcome. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the BreakEFX podcast, episode 13. I'd like to thank y'all for joining us. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button down below. We want to give a huge shout out to Rick Cordova and Ricky Joe over at the Spot 2.0. Some of our sponsors, to Jamie and the 14G and G fam. Yeah. Huge shout out to y'all for helping us make our episodes always happen. Thank you all for tuning in on the live chat, YouTube. Make sure you guys leave some comments, say what's up. We'll be giving shout outs to everyone. Super excited about today's episode. We got the man himself, FIENZ. Go ahead, Toby, bring us into a grid view. Bring everyone in. And there we are. Right here, we got the man himself, FIENZ, y'all. What's up, my brother? How's it going?
Going good, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for joining us today, man. I really appreciate you taking your time out to sit here and talk about some history, man. And it's a huge piece to the puzzle here in Colorado, man. You guys play a huge part. You play a huge part, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys asking.
Yes, definitely, man. So with every episode, our goal here is just to get through some history here, get to know you and your crew a little bit better, for our viewers, to understand your piece to the puzzle here. And I always like to start with this question. Go ahead and give yourself a little introduction. I know you represent a few different crews and stuff in your family, and go ahead and give yourself a introduction and let us know who you are.
Well, I'm just FIENZ, man. That's
I'm just FIENZ.
I'm from Denver, and I represent the Lords of Finesse, the NC crew, which is the Lords of Finesse before it was Lords of Finesse, and my extended family's phase 2, full circle. The incredible Breaker family. Those are my big brothers. Star Child LaRock, and
yeah.
And Vince Colon passed me down the DC Spin Master, so
Yeah, that's dope, man. Awesome. This is the question I love to always ask too, right off the bat, is tell me your first experience with hip hop, man. Like where did it all start with you? Just the first experience, the first moment that you can remember. Who it was, what was going on, and I'm really interested to hear this.
So I had 2 older sisters, right? So they were both into music, and my parents were both into music, So my experience probably was when the first time that I really got and figured out that I liked hip hop was probably when I was around going into like the 5th, 6th grade. So I was probably about 11 at the time, maybe. Saved up all my money, bought 2 tapes, Houdini, Escape, and Egyptian Lover the Nile. So I had East Coast and West Coast because the dudes were right up and down my block. So I lived over there like off of I-36 and Conifer Road right over there.
Okay.
So these dudes would be driving down the street playing 5 Minutes of Funk, and then, that I was like, yo. So, I asked my sister, she took me, I got the tapes. And then Beat Street kind of came out, so like a lot of the dudes seen Style Wars or Wild Style. I got to see Beat Street, and I didn't really, I thought all the dudes, like we were talking with Asia yesterday, and we thought Quick was Mexican, but like I thought all these dudes was Mexican in Beat Street, right? So like, I want to be like those dudes. So I didn't know about Rocksteady really, and I didn't know about New York City Breakers. I just knew that there was the red dudes and the dudes in the red and the dudes in the blue.
Yeah.
I wanted to fucking do windmills like the dude in the blue. The Kiriaki was like, boom, doing aerials. I wanted to do that. So that's what made me want to break. And I wanted to be smooth like Little Lep, because I was a little dude. So like I was pulled towards those dudes, Little Lep, Pex, Kiriaki, Kenny. I didn't know who any of them were at the time, but like those dudes were like my idols, man. And what I did is went to King Supers. We rented the video, like you rent the VCR tapes back then.
Yeah.
We rented the video and we didn't take it back. So we'd come home every day from after school and watch the video all the time. And and my pops found me a piece of linoleum, and we had like an empty room, and he just rolled that linoleum out in the room, and I just locked myself in the room and taught myself how to break, listening to Jam On It and watching Beat Street.
Wow, bro.
That's basically how I learned. Like everything, I was mimicking Kuriaki.
Yeah.
I was trying to do windmills. You know, I was mimicking everything that I seen. That's how I taught myself to break, basically. And then at school, you know, we would have battles in the lunchroom at my school. So we would battle after school. You know, dudes were popping. I was a little dude. There's some older dudes that I ran with in my neighborhood that I grew up with. It's like this dude Jeff. He, you know, rest in peace. He was one of my boys. This dude named Troy. Another dude named Lloyd. All these dudes were way older dudes than me, but because I could dance, they would like let me hang out with them.
Yeah.
So, you know, those dudes were my first inspirations. You know.
Yeah.
Those were the dudes that really inspired me then.
Damn, bro, that's a great story, man. Like, B Street, baby, shit. Man, that yeah, man, that's a great start, man. Like usually, yeah, man, wow, dude, I just blew my mind right now. Just like, yeah, just all that, man. Super dope, man. Where did the journey go after that? Like after you started dancing?
You know, when I was growing up, it was big to go to the roller skating rink on Friday nights. You know what I'm saying? It's like we went to Roller City North because we lived close to it, so that's where we went.
Yeah.
So Roller City North had you know, you would skate, and then like an hour or 2 hours, I can't remember, but it's like an hour or 2 hours before it was gonna close, that they would let you turn in your skates and go on the floor and break.
Oh wow.
So that's where I would get like try to test my skills, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
you know, it's funny because like I would be in there and lose track of time, right? And my pops was supposed to come and pick me up, right? And I'm supposed to be outside waiting, but I'm in there breaking. This dude would come in and pull me out the ciphers, you know. You know, 11, 12 years old, I'm supposed to be in a certain spot, but I'm in the roller skating ring losing track of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's where we did it. You know, go there. We go to bowling alleys with our parents, breaking the bowling alleys with other older dudes that we knew, and you know, we was dancing all the time, man. And then I started hearing about, you know, like Radioactive, you know, DC Spin Masters, DNS Connection. You know, we used to go. My pops used to lift weights, and we'd go to the Stapleton Center in Globeville because we weren't too far from them. And there would be these. When I went there, there was these two older dudes, and they used to be practicing in the rec center. And my pops would like go in there and go with those dudes. I didn't even know who they were, bro. But I'd go in there, and these dudes, you know, these like were some of my first teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I only remember the dudes like they probably really don't even know who I am, bro. Probably to today. But there was this dude named Teets, and there was this other dude that I didn't know who he was. I just knew he was like a dark-skinned, skinny dude. And I found out later on in life, like one of my boys that I hung out with when he passed away, I seen the dude at his funeral, and I was like, yo, you and I went to introduce myself, whatever. But this dude, I was like, yo, you taught me how to dance, bro. Like, and he was like, he's bugging out. So we took a picture, and I found out that I went to school with his brother, and he went to school with my sister. It was crazy, bro. Like, but I hadn't seen that dude since I was like 12 years old, bro. But it was burned into my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just such a great memory, and such a it's like you just knew. Yeah, that's crazy.
I know that dude. It was crazy, bro. But you know, that was where my journey began, bro. And then, you know, like, you know, what do you do? Like, I go through a few years of junior high school, get to going about to the 9th grade, and about that time they say breaking's dying out, you know. So what do I do? Because that's all I ever wanted to do. I braked and I wrestled. That's it.
Yeah.
So like, we were lost at that time, bro. So, you know, that's kind of like, you know, the 88, 89, all those gang banging and all that stuff started kicking in real bad in the city. So, you know, you had to do what you had to do at that time, you know?
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Damn, man, that's crazy. Some of those crews that you had mentioned, DC Spin Masters and all them, those were all just crews that were old crews here. And
Yeah, so like there was a lot
Colorado.
of famous old crews like in Denver. So like there was like I always think like the North Side had the dopest crews, but maybe because I hung out in the North Side, but like there was Patrol, there was Dancers Unique, there was DC Spin Masters, and then Radioactive had people from everywhere, bro. And
Yeah.
and and there was these dudes named High Fidelity. There was the Robotronic Playboys that were like poppers. All these crews were like big crews, you know what I mean? And you know, back in the day, a lot of people went to the bazaars and they would have DJs and we'd be breaking out bazaars and getting in battles. Man, my first real jam that I got to, I went with Ricky O, probably because I used to hang out with this dude named Davey D. And Davey D kind of took me under his wing. He was like a year or two older than me. Rest in peace, Davey. He passed away when we was still in school, but um, Davey, he kind of took me under his wing, and Ricky O DJ'd at KDKO, and his dad was a DJ too. So
Yeah.
these dudes used to do like dances at the Pecos Center over here on off of Pecos and like 35th, 36th. Where they used to do the No More Violence stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So they used to have dances there. Ricky
Oh
O would
wow.
come in with this milk crate, put it down. DJ,
Dope.
I was in the back, I was up there, but like I was a little dude. I didn't really have a crew, and I just go break in the ciphers. That's all.
Yeah.
And I got to go because I was going with Davey D and his pops basically. So I got
Yeah.
to go to these jams. So like Ricky O, big shout out to Ricky, man.
Yeah.
He known me for a long time.
Wow, dude, that's so awesome. That's crazy. So you're saying 89, it started to die down, or people are saying it's dead. What was going on with you then?
I was in high school, 89, I was a sophomore, 89.
Yeah.
So, I wrestled, mess around in the wrestling room, do some windmills every now and then, but
Yeah.
like there really wasn't nothing for us to do. So, a lot of us, you know, Big C, me, and a bunch of other dudes that I hang out with, we was gangbanging, we was partying. I was the dude that drew all the flyers for the parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We started trying to be DJs. Me and my bro Jared Dog and Silos, we were trying to DJ. So we were trying to do something. So I was like, we were trying to do something to keep that spirit that we loved in hip hop. We didn't know that it was like that. That's just was the thing to do for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Save our lunch money. We wouldn't eat lunch. We'd get people to give us free tickets so we can get lunch, and we'd save all our lunch money and go to like Sound Warehouse and buy Mad albums. We look at the covers. So like we got the first NWA when they came out with Dope Man, and it had Dope Man, and it had what was the flip side? Man, it had Dope Man, and I can't remember the other side. It had a flip side, but it was the first one where they were like all the covers. They even had clocks on and everything. And then we bought Rebel Without a Pause for Public Enemy because the covers were similar. And then we didn't really know. We were just like digging, like, yo, these look dope. So we took them and went home and listened to them. We're like, yo, going crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the way we were living at that time. That's what we did. I graduated in 91. Like in 90, my parents sent me to Japan in 1990.
Oh,
because
man.
I took second place at a wrestling tournament that I didn't even want to go to. My coach came and he made me go. I hadn't trained. I took second place, and I was the alternate for like the national team for Colorado, like a cultural exchange national team. And and the dude that was supposed to go got hurt at the tournament. So I was next up. So I was the alternate to go. So my parents were like, "You're going." It's like, I want to go. I want to hang out all summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, you're going. It was probably the best thing that they could have did for me at that time, though.
That's awesome.
My head wasn't in the right place. So I came back from there just wanting to wrestle, and that's what I did. And then I graduated in 91. So after that, I tried college. I left to Kansas for maybe like 6 months.
Yeah.
That didn't really work out too good for wrestling. So I came home and I started hanging out with one of my boys, Big Cisco, and then he introduced me to Milk, and then we all started hanging out. Milk and my brother. Then Milk ended up moving with my mom and dad, and Milk and Jones were going to school together.
Yeah.
And we were doing Chicano history shit, bro. We were doing Chicano stuff. So we were hanging out at the Chalk Gallery. Before it was on Santa Fe, it was on like around 44th and Tejon.
Okay.
There's a big white building over there on Tejon.
Yep.
Passing when you get towards the park, you're going north. That's where Chalk was. It was an art gallery in there.
Damn, dope.
Hang out in that art gallery. I think I was talking about the dude yesterday. His name's Rick, but I think Rick is actually related to Mikey that you interviewed the other day. Because I think Mikey at one time.
Oh, wow, that's dope.
I think they were related in some way. And this other dude, Alberto, they let Cisco, because Cisco he didn't live very far from there. So we hung out Cisco's, we go over there. Dudes let us stay in there, paint backdrops for art shows. Like all the dope artists was going there, like Leo Tanguma, Carlos Fresquez, all the dope Chicano artists were going in at the time. It was like 90. It was like about 92 about that time, you know what I mean? So about that time, these dudes from Chicago came through Denver and they were hanging out with Leo Tanguma. You know who Leo is, right? Leo Tanguma.
Mm-hmm.
Leo Tanguma did the all those murals that are at the airport that are like the conspiracy theory. Leo did those murals. So Leo was like one of the dopest mural. I think he studied under one of the last great muralists of Mexico or something like that.
Oh, wow.
I knew these dudes from Chicago, and these dudes from Chicago were doing, when we met them, they told us they were doing this tour called the SB tour. And we're like, SB? Yeah, they were called Spray Brigade. And they were going all around Cali, New Mexico, Texas, and they came up through Colorado, and they knew Leo. So they linked up with Leo. We were the only young dudes that Leo knew. So Leo brought him over there to the Chalk, and we hung out with Rafa. So me and Big Cisco took Rafa and Zor, and the younger dudes took these other two dudes that were a little bit younger. They went with those dudes, and we took. So at that time in like, around 90, 92, people were still cruising. So we're going to Berkeley, Pepsi,
Yeah.
So we took those dudes around like what we were doing here. So we took these guys to the park, and we took them to Pepsi. Next thing you know, these dudes were chilling, and I didn't realize that they were like super crazy graffiti writers from Chicago. And these dudes come out my car, put these like little caps that I had never seen, and they start doing bombing right in front of everybody at Pepsi. And I'm like, yo, what are these guys doing? But yo, those dudes hooked me, bro. Those dudes hooked me. So those dudes made me want to learn how to do graph. And then we took those dudes to the Westminster Mall, and we were like, yo, we come here to buy gear or whatever. We're just trying to show them around,
Yeah.
And I think it was Rafa, He's like, you break? And I was like, man, yeah, I used to break. Nobody breaks no more, bro. Like, yo, we break in Chicago. That shit went underground. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. He's like, no, bro. So him and Zor start breaking in the Westminster Mall, and I'm looking at Big Cisco, and I'm like, yo. So I was like, all right. So I start breaking too. Next thing you know, they kicked us out of the mall, bro. So that was the spark, bro. Those dudes lit the fire, and because I hadn't felt that for a long time, bro. Yeah. Those dudes are the ones that they ignited the spark. And this is even before that we even met Mars because we were hanging out only in the north side, bro. So it was just me, Cisco, Chones, and Milk always together, bro. So we decided that we're gonna do a crew too, and because we were so hyped and we were into Chicano culture, we're like, yo, these dudes are the Spray Brigade. We're gonna be the Soul Patrol crew, like the Sun. You know what I mean? So
yeah, dude, that's so dope.
So we started a crew. We started going bombing, bro. And then Cisco found Casa del Funk, and then we went there. We would go there to buy tips, buy hip hop gear that you couldn't get, bro. That was the only place you could get it in Denver at that time. And I don't know, we talked earlier, and you're a little younger than me, so I don't know. At that time, did you ever go to like 20th and Larmer in like 1992, bro? Dudes were getting. There were dudes laying all over the sidewalk, needles everywhere. It was crazy.
Shit.
So that was our hangout, though, bro. After we found out Asia, she took us in with open arms, bro. And,
wow.
The dudes from Chicago sparked everything for me, bro. If it wasn't for those dudes, I don't know that path I would have went that way, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, big ups to them, man, and props to them, like respect to them, because them lighting that fire led to a lot of shit, man.
Those dumb dudes lit the fire, bro. So like after that, it's just like shit just kept happening, bro. You know what I mean? It was weird, bro. Like we met those dudes, then you know, they had a lot of raves and shit. So we were going to raves and doing whatever. And yeah, we met these girls. Like I met this one girl, and then she introduced me to this other girl, and this girl ends up introducing me to Mars, and then Mars ends up introducing me to Voice, and then we all just start kicking it. We normally wouldn't have kicked it, bro, because Mars was from the south side, Voice is from the west side. We wouldn't have kicked it otherwise. But it was crazy because we all had the same inspirations. We all had the same thing. So that's kind of how NC came about. You know what I mean? So it at that time, gangs were crazy, bro. So we were the NC crew, and we were the no claims crew. That was no claims, no contest, never caught. Because that's what we were, So that was our crew, bro. And that crew was freaking huge, bro. Like we had dudes from Thornton, the west side, the south side, Commerce City. That crew was crazy, bro. There's a book that they did about graffiti in Denver. Some dude did it, and I didn't even know this until like maybe about 8 years ago or 9 years ago. Like we were in a book. I didn't even freaking know that we were in this book. Yeah, the NC crew mostly made up of all these Latino kids, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's so dope, bro. Wow.
And I didn't even know who the dude was that was writing about us, but we were crazy, bro. We were trying to battle Tuke and them. Those dudes were way above us, but we didn't give a shit, bro. We're like, yo, let's get it. Like, let's battle.
This is our crew now.
We were hungry, bro, at that time, Like the dope dudes at that time, graffiti was like Vestige, Tuke he was too quick. There was dudes too, Rasta, Zoom.
Yeah.
Just freaking dope, bro. Skid Rock. Like Skid Rock, right? I think he was a writer for Westwood for a while, Skid Rock, but dudes were nasty, bro. Like I got pieces in like my books over here that those dudes did. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so dope,
level, bro, at that time. But we wanted to be, but we started breaking, bro. Like the dudes from Chicago lit the fire. Then all of a sudden the Chief Rocker video comes out. We see Legs and we see Quickstep, and we, like I said yesterday in Asia's interview, we thought Quickstep was a Mexican dude, bro. Like he was wearing a wife beater, jean shorts, a jean hat that matched, and fucking dope ass like bluish Converse, and we're like, yo, and he did this freeze like boom, boom, boom. We're like, we moved all the furniture in my pops' crib, and we were like trying to dance on the wood floor, trying to mimic everything they were doing, bro.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because after that, like just shit started happening, bro. And I don't know if the Almighty was just blessing us to put us on that path, or I don't know, bro. It was dumb luck.
Yeah. It's just meant to be, man. It's like everything, life just pushes things in the right direction where you're supposed to go. That's crazy. Hey, one quick question. How'd you get the name FIENZ?
So when I was in high school, bro, and I was like, I told you, like after Breaking died, like in about the 10th grade, I used to like to get high all the time, bro.
Okay.
And one of my homies goes, I think it was my homie Rudy Lambert, told me one day, it's like, yo, you're a little fiend. Or somebody told me I'm a little fiend, and Rudy, I think it was Rudy, goes, no, you're a fucking little fiend. And then everybody just started calling me that, bro, after that.
What? Oh man, that's a fucking great story, man.
When we started writing, bro, I was trying to be all kinds of different names, bro, but
yeah,
it was just like, well, everybody calls me FIENZ, I just might as well just use FIENZ.
I'm just going with it. Everyone calls me FIENZ. Fuck it.
We were trying to look in dictionaries, trying to make up cool graph names, but it came out to that. So I was like, I'm just FIENZ. Everybody calls me that, so that's what I'm gonna write.
That's so dope, bro. That's so dope. I love hearing how people get their names. That's so
dope. Called me that since '89, bro. So
Damn. He owns that. That's his name. That's what's up.
I don't even remember I have a real name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I never even learned your real name until like later on. I always was like, yeah, that's FIENZ. That's dope, man. Well, let's continue the journey, man. Like, where did things go from where we're at?
So let's see. After we all linked up, we started NC crew. I don't know if you guys ever seen all the murals like before North buffed them, but NC crew painted all these murals at North.
Oh no, I never seen them.
We were doing that, and it was right before summer. So I think that was like, it was towards the end of 92 going into 93.
Okay.
So it was like fall, summers, like when school was about to get out. But you know, we got, because of Rafa and Zor, we were like searching for crazy hip hop shit, and you couldn't find it at that time. So like, they didn't really make shell toes anymore. They didn't
Yeah.
really make Pumas anymore. So we were going on missions. So we go like to like Marshalls, and they had like white and black Pumas, like leather ones, like that nobody would. Who the hell was gonna go to Marshalls, bro? So we would go and we'd find those, and we go to Gart Brothers, like off of Santa Fe, and you could find all the old ass Adidas and shit there.
Yeah, yeah.
But we, you know, like the flea market joints, we called them the Japones joints.
Yeah.
We would go there, and we would go search in these big bins and find fat laces and shit like that. You know what I mean? We were trying to get everything, and we were mixing it with the style at that time, because you know everybody frayed the bottom of their jeans, and their jeans were so we were rocking shell toes with frayed jeans, and that was before like people really started doing it a lot. The frayed jeans everybody was kind of doing, but we were rocking like shell toes, and we were like rocking our hats all weird, bro. And we were making Krylon necklaces out of spray paint cans with beads and shit. And they were like, people were looking at us like we were freaking weird, bro, at that high school. And like, we would bring out a boombox, and during the time when we were like on downtime for painting, we practiced breaking, and people were just looking at us like, yo, that's played out. And everybody was making fun of us, bro. Like they were like, thought we were like weird, bro. And you know, the cycle like started coming around, bro. And next thing you know, like we started having these underground parties after we met Quick. So I guess I'm going forward a little bit too much. So after we did that murals, bro, we still hung out at Casa all the time. The Jam on the Groove tour came through Boulder at the Colorado Dance Festival. Basically.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah. So they got commissioned to come out to Denver. They're part of the Colorado Dance Festival. In doing that, they came and did some kind of workshops in Denver, I guess, and they were at Ashland. So Milk is like the freaking key to everything, bro. This dude was always in the right places at the right time, which was kind of weird, bro. We were chilling at Casa. Milk calls us up because, you know, we had no cell phones at the time, so Casa had like a landline, right? To call the Casa. He's like, yo, and I'm chilling there because I would watch the Shop for Asia while she was at school or something. Answer the phone, whatever, and Milk's like, yo, you got to come to Ashland. And I'm like, why? Why would we go to Ashland? It's like, yo, there's like here, bro, and they're like doing like hip hop shit. And I was like, church dudes, bro? I don't want to go talk to no church dudes, dude. And he's like, oh, bro, you got to come, bro. It's like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's like this church thing or whatever. And I was like, really? All right, we're going to go over there. So we went over there. And when we get there, bro, all of a sudden, I start seeing these dudes, bro. And it's all the fucking dudes from Beach Street. And I'm like, whoa.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I seen I seen Fable, and I didn't know it was Fable yet. And I seen Wiggles. Wiggles was like painting this rock steady piece, and I was like, yo, bro, you're a rock steady crew? And he's like, yeah. And you know, it's like, yo, you see the Chief Rocker video and Crazy Legs did this? I go, yo, can you show me that? And he's like, go ask him yourself. He's right there. And I was like, whoa, what? I'm bugging out, bro. All these dudes are my childhood idols, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, 11 years old, bro. These dudes were freaking gods to me, bro. So yeah. I'm like, really? And so I go rap to Legs, and then, you know, we get so excited, and then Gremlin is there, and Gremlin was with Fame, who was one of my members, bro. So rest in peace, Fame, you know, and they were all chilling together. So Deuce Mob and Pauly P and Fame, they were all rolling with Gremlin. Because Gremlin and Pauly P used to be in the same crew back in the day, you know, Radioactive. So they were rolling together. Gremlin, we link up with Gremlin, and I'm like, yo, we're going to have a party for you guys, bro. So we have this big ass party in the backyard and in the basement of where we live. We had the whole basement full, the whole backyard full, and we brought our homie Han G to come and DJ, and we had a pool table, and we were chilling, bro. Like Kenny and them were coming. We bought a cake. we thought we was doing it up, bro. You know what I mean? We were trying to impress these dudes. So, and we moved the pool table. We tried to break for them, dude. You know, and it was crazy, bro. Like we went to Boulder, picked these dudes up, and brought them to Denver just to come and party.
Hell yeah.
Gremlin hooked us up with tickets to the show. You know, so we had enough for everybody, basically, bro. But like Mars's punk ass was sleeping. He didn't want to wake up. He was with Cap. These dudes were sleeping all day, bro. They didn't want to get up. He missed the Rocksteady party. And so we have these tickets, bro. And we end up getting to Boulder to go to this show, bro. And it was Voice, Henji, me, I think Milk, Chones. And I think that we all went, dude. So we went, and it was that, bro, changed my life forever, bro. Like I had never seen nothing like that ever, bro. Ever in my life. I had never seen continuous head spins ever. So like there's this scene in there, and it was Quick Step, but I didn't know him yet, bro. So he was doing this. He was this scene where he's a janitor and he had like a pillow and he was like all fat. He was sweeping, and then all of a sudden, boom, a beat goes, and he's like, then again he hits another beat, starts sweeping again, the beat goes again, boom. Next thing you know, dude, he throws this broom and the beat just goes crazy, and he starts boom, 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 continuous head spins. We're all looking at each other like, what the fuck? And we start like, yo, we're screaming in there, bro, at the Boulder, wherever theater or school, wherever the hell we were at, bro. We didn't even know where we were at, bro, but we're screaming. Yo, we're making, all the people are looking at us because, you know, it's a play. We had no idea, bro. We're supposed to like chill. We're like, yo, we're cussing, talking shit, like going crazy in there, bro. And these people, all these white people are looking at us like, what the fuck are these kids doing here? You know what I mean? So afterwards, you know, at the end of the show, Gremlin lets me go on stage, bro.
Oh, yeah. What?
They have like this little cipher. I get to go on stage. I start windmilling, but I had no control, bro. Like I just do what I did when I was a kid. You know, I'm windmilling all crazy, bro. And I catch myself right at the end because I almost fall off the stage. These dudes, but they let me dance, bro. It was incredible, bro. Like, bro. But we were chilling with Kenny after, and they were selling these True School shirts that were done by Doze. These Rocksteady True School shirts and Doze.
Oh, yeah.
We were just chilling, and we were just intaking it all, bro. And you know, I thought after they left, that was it. Like we had to practice and get on point. And again, Milk was at Ashland, and Quick stood behind. We had no idea that he had stood behind. And Milk meets him again. He's like, calls us at Casa, yo, you're never gonna get this. The dude from the Chief Rocker videos here. He got the same gear on. We're like, I'm like, oh my God. I was like, you're such a bullshitter, Milk. Like, no, bro, you gotta come now. And I guess Milk was telling him about, you know, us that we break. So like I rushed over there from Casa del Funk again.
Yeah.
So you want it? So I hear you break. And I was like, yeah, let's see what you got. I go all crazy, bro, do my thing. And he's like, all right, man, you got some fire, little brother. I'm gonna teach you, but you know, then that's when he started laying all the rules out, you know. And then we had to be like, oh, we got to do all that. So you know, we followed the rules, did what we had to do. You know, we quit drinking, quit getting high. We did everything that he said to do. So you know, we can start doing it. And that was, you know, in early '93, you know, and you know. Quick, we were still repping NC at that time because we didn't have LOF hadn't happened yet, bro.
Yeah.
Even after Quick was training us, LOF didn't happen for months, bro, till like maybe October, November of '93, bro. We had been dancing since like '92.
Yeah.
So that didn't even happen until like '93, bro, when we did that. And we thought of LOF while we were inside my cousin Shanae's crib. So before that, we would have these Asia and us, we were throwing these jams at this place off of Colfax and Lafayette. And you would go down, like, there was this building, it's still there at the corner, but when you would go down this building, you go down this long corridor. And then there was a place where we had that was like a hall, and then there was a place like that was like a bar, and you have to walk across from each other. So if you were old enough, you can go into the bar, and if not, you just stood in the other part and danced. Like, so we had Jam X and NG. They were DJing all those jams, and my brother was still learning. He was teaching himself at the time, basically, bro. So we we did these jams and contests, so there was nobody to break against, so we break against ourselves. So we battled ourselves. So we had contests against each other.
Yeah.
So they ended up battling my brother, and my brother beat me, and my brother ended up battling Mars for the finals. And so and Quickstep was the judge. So that's kind of how that happened.
Oh, dope. That's crazy, man. Just like full on just battling each other because you guys were the only competition around at that time.
Yeah, there was nobody really else dancing at that time, man. It was just us.
Yeah. I think what's really dope, man, is you guys like, and I don't want to go off topic, but it's just something obvious that I'm noticing right now is that you guys all were writing at the same time as you guys were breaking, which not these days is just super. It's like not a thing, you know. Like everyone's like one element. Most of the boys.
We wanted to be. We wanted to have every aspect of hip hop in NC at that time. Mm-hmm. So like we wanted MCs, we wanted DJs, we wanted B-boys, we wanted graph writers. So all of us were trying to do bits and pieces of all of it, bro. Actually,
that's
so
dope.
we were all doing that, bro. So you know, that's kind of what we did, bro. And you know, LOF didn't come to fruition, dude, until after those jams. Like, so Quick is like, okay, you guys are a crew. Now you guys need to come up with a name.
Ooh, yeah.
So, you know, we had all kinds of like corny shit that we were coming up with, but me and Quick, we were practicing our graph skills, bro. And my cousins, we were staying in the Quick Newtons at that time.
Yeah.
So we were practicing our graph skills in my cousin's kitchen because we were staying with my cousin. And you know, we were drawing it. We liked the Lords of the Underground because he was in that video. Yeah. So we knew we wanted to do Lords some way, but we came up with the acronym as LOF, which was actually, it was pronounced like loaf, like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
So we were like, we were supposed to be a loaf of bread, bro. Our crew was like a loaf of bread, bro. That was no fun. But the reason it was that way is because each dude that was in that loaf was a different slice that you were getting. So you were getting a slice of one of us every time, bro. So
bro,
we all had different, but we were all a slice. And if you mess with us too much, it was like, you're gonna get a slice of the bread, and if you mess with us, we're gonna toast you. So that was the analogy for LOF. That's how it came out. So that's how Lords of Finesse came to be, right? In the Quig Newtons, in my cousin's project in the kitchen, that's where Lords of Finesse came out. That's where it came to fruition. And we were watching, Quick would show us these tapes. The reason that we were so like, I think sometimes like we were like, because you know, GWT and all these guys, y'all came after, right? You guys all started coming about in '93 too. Like after we already had been dancing for like a year, bro, and we already had been practicing. So, you know, but I think what helped us at that time, we were watching these tapes and we were watching, like, have you guys ever seen the old school battle of the years? Like Storm and Swift by themselves versus all of Rocksteady? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen those videos?
Maybe.
So, you know, Storm and Swift have a crew called Battle Squad, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
So like there was a crew called Battle Squad. So Battle Squad was Storm, Swift, Maurizio, Emilio, dope dudes from Europe, dudes from Italy, dudes from Germany.
Is that footage when they're wearing and they had the Playboy sign on those sides or something?
That's from the Zulu anniversary.
Okay.
That's the Zulu anniversary. That was way ahead, bro. So Quick had been traveling all over the world, right? So he had these tapes, and we called Quick's tapes the ooh-ah tapes. So me and Mars, and then we all called them the ooh-ah tapes, because every time we watch them, we're like, ooh, ah, we're like, yo. So that's what we called the videos, the ooh-ah tapes. We didn't know what the battle of the year was, bro, but that's where it was. So he told us the story how Maurizio left Battle Squad at the battle of the year. They left and jumped ship to join Rocksteady. So Storm and Swift battled everybody by themselves in the battle squad, just those two. And while we were watching these tapes in like 93, bro, we were like, yo, we couldn't believe it, bro. So like dudes were doing articulate shit that we had never really even thought of. So that's why our footwork and our top rocks and our go downs and our freezes were crazy, because we were studying this footage way before anybody in Denver could ever seen any of that, bro. So that's what made us like light years ahead of everybody, bro. We were studying that. Plus we had a teacher that was teaching us and making us learn the foundation styles of the dance, bro. So we had good top rocks, we had good go downs, we had good freezes, we had good footwork, we had good windmills, we had good transitions into them, because we were watching footage and learning to train it at the same time, bro. And Quick trained us like he was a fucking sergeant, bro.
Yeah.
If we made noise while we were doing windmills when the music was off in the gym, if you can hear our head going boom, 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 we were whack. Like, so that's why our shit was so clean, bro. That's just what we had to do.
Yeah, it was like mandatory. That's dope, because I think that you guys definitely had the edge up because of that. You know, it's like that's how I remember you guys. Like, man, their foundation is solid. You know, like I never was taught a 6-step. You know, like I had to learn it later on of dancing I had to learn it by watching, or you know, like it was just I didn't have a teacher. You know, and you guys had a great teacher, man. Like this story is just like crazy. Like I said, you guys had an edge up, man, and it's definitely showed.
Yeah, no, man, he taught us a lot, bro. I mean, he lived out here for that whole time in 93 for a while. Then he went back to New York. They did Ghetto Originals again. They went on a little mini tour. And then he came back to Denver. We trained again. But like our training was like, he was harsh with us, bro. Like he talked about yesterday, we had to go to the Brother Club, bro. You know, you're from Denver, bro. At that time, you hang out on your side of town. You don't venture out. You know what I mean? But we went to Aurora, to an all-black club, and he said, okay. And these dudes were doing all the 90s party dances. And all right, boom. He sends us out there. We battled the whole Brother Club, bro. 3 of us. And he just sat there and watched us. Like, you guys got to hold your own. If you guys can hold your own here, you're going to get the respect of them. If you get the respect of them, then you're doing it right. And
yeah,
he sat back and watched us, bro. And then later on, we went to the back and we're practicing. And then, you know, dudes start talking, oh, we used to break, and and they start talking to us, bro. And that's how we started meeting people. We met Chill, you know, this brother Ali. We started meeting all these dudes that we would have never met before, bro, if we wouldn't have ventured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, we were dancing to Whoop There It Is, and Quick's doing head spins to like slow jams. You know what I mean? Practicing in the back of the place. We stood there and practiced after we battled.
Yeah.
We did, bro. And we were like on this snowboard video. We had these dope ass. He had this dark blue and baby blue KTD gear. There was a gear called KTD, which stood for Kick the Dog. And they looked like giant Puma gear kind of, but the lines on the sides were like that big, bro. And the shorts to match. We had like shorts to match.
Yeah.
We were in snowboard video and Voice was painting and we were breaking in the snowboard video. I lost it. I don't know where it is now, bro, but we used to have it.
Man.
And he would send us footage. So like I went to New York a couple times in the 90s, you know, and he would send me back with like footage, you know, from like the Zulu anniversary. And that's the footage you've seen with the dudes in the Playboy hats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a few of them, bro, but Quick, you know, he was teaching us, and we go to New York and I go practice with other dudes in New York, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Those times, like, and then I come back and teach everybody whatever I learned. And
yeah.
We just kept growing, bro. It was crazy. I don't know, dude. It's crazy how it all happened.
It just like kept happening.
I can't even believe it sometimes that it even happened that way, bro. You know what I mean? Like I can't believe.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's already kind of just like I couldn't imagine, man. Like you said, just meeting your idols like that, and just all the situations that how it already has unfolded is just like it's been just real, true hip hop. That's what I've just been noticing. It's like, man, you guys from the underground, you know?
Dude, we came from. That's why I say like I don't like everybody that's dancing now. it's cool, bro. And I'm happy to see that it's flourished the way it's flourished. But like, yo, these people were like literally laughing at us, bro. Like we were retarded. We were like some dudes like, what is wrong with these dudes? Like, why are they stuck in the fucking 80s? Like 84.
Yeah.
Why are these dudes dressing like 1984? You know what I mean? Like they were looking at us like we were weird, bro. We go, like Quick said yesterday, we had a tile, bro, that we took with us everywhere, bro. We were standing in line at raves with the tile.
Yeah.
We go into the rave, find his car, roll the tile out, start breaking, roll that shit up and leave. That's just
Bro, what?
no, that's why they don't really understand like the struggle that we went through just to break, bro. Like we had to go to raves. Like I didn't really like the raves, bro. I hated techno music, so like we would still go anyway, just so we can break. So
Yeah. And the fact that y'all carried a floor with y'all, like
bro. We stood in line at there's a warehouse called the FIENZ warehouse, and we stood in line with a tile.
Bro, that's gold right there, bro. That's gold.
It's crazy that we even did those things, bro. That's all we did, bro. It's all we did every single day, bro.
Yeah.
Quick, make me do calisthenics in the morning. Like, had me push-ups on 3 chairs, one hand on each chair, and then one on my feet. Yeah. Every morning until we trained at Aslan.
Yeah.
That was my life, bro. That's all I did at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just hip hop.
it was crazy, bro. We'd go we'd go bombing, and we'd go practice breaking. Bomb break.
Man, so dope, man. Let's continue the journey, man. Like, what happened after this? Like, where'd you guys go? I mean,
so Quick went back to New York about 90, the end of 93, 94. Asia is going to close the shop.
Okay.
Moving to San Diego. I was going to go to, like she had me talked into it, bro. I was about to dip out with her.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know what made me stay, bro. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna stay. So we ended up staying. Asia went to Cali. You know, she met all the Cali heads. She started training out there. She hit us and telling us about this thing that they were having called the Summit. We didn't really know what it was, but you know, we were gonna train for it. You know, and in between that time when she left and while we were training, Dave Stalls knew this lady that helped get us out of trouble named Reggie. Reggie called me up. And Reggie linked me up with Dave Stalls somehow. I don't know. Dave Stalls took me to that you know, the spot, the old spot and the new spot, right? They were like there, and in between there was like that Britain place, like that British.
Yep.
So he had me meet him at that British place for lunch, and he's like, "Yo, I've been having this center in the East Side for a while, and I just moved to this building, and I can't get no kids to come. Like, I just want a place for kids to come." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we need a place to practice, bro. Can we practice there?" Now, I was really just thinking about us. Like, yo, can we practice there? Can we paint there? Yeah, I want somebody to paint the walls, and you guys can have this downstairs to practice. I was like, all right. So if you get us linoleum and we could practice and get us some paints, I'll bring people. He's like, okay, deal. So then I bring all my boys over there, all the NC crew, we're all coming over there, all the LOF, all the younger LOFs, and we all go over there, bro. We bombed that whole basement, bro. We painted that whole basement. We put the tile out, and that's basically how the spot got birthed, bro. Like that's how it happened. And that's hip hop roots were formed, just because we really wanted a practice spot. That's all I cared about. Can we have a practice spot? Yeah. Okay, done. We'll help you. And then I don't know. I guess people just started hearing that was the place, and people started breaking, and people started going there. And next thing you know, bro, like that's all it was about, was breaking. Like in hip hop shit, like had no idea that was gonna happen, bro. We were just looking for a practice spot. That's how it happened, bro.
Y'all sparked like some of the like greatest things to come out of there, you know, some of the like best dancers, you know, like that's the spot, man. You guys gave birth to that. So respect and thanks, man, because I wouldn't have came up as a dancer if I didn't have that place. Like I knew that I could go there and dance and be free, you know?
Right.
Wow.
You know, it was cool because Dave was like thinking out the box, you know, like Dave Stalls, you know, he was a professional football player, bro.
Yes,
He
he
went to the
was.
Super Bowl with Dallas Cowboys, Oakland Raiders, I think.
Yeah.
So like, you know, this dude was this dude was he, I think like he was so interested in helping kids, like he didn't really care what the vision was gonna be, you know what I mean? As long as the kids came. And that kind of just developed that way. It was really just because we wanted a practice spot, bro. Honestly, that's the spot troops came because we wanted a practice spot, bro. It's weird, but that's what happened.
Yeah, and it flourished into some amazing stuff, man. I mean, that was the place where you got, like, I can remember just like going to, like, that place was dope, man, because you could see all the artwork on the walls, you know, like you guys tore it up. It was just like,
Right.
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy how that happened. So, you know, at that time, what else was going on in that mid '90s? Like they had Club AD. My brother started getting big on DJing, so he was DJing a lot of the b-boy things. They had Emilio and them were doing this other thing. The hell was it called? I don't know. Emilio was doing these jams with this other dude, Eddie. So
Okay.
Emilio from our scenario. About that time, like when Emilio and them, they were doing jams at the Brentwood too. And we went over there and we won the Brentwood contest. They started having contests, Emilio and them, and they were coming up. So we basically we our scenario wanted to learn from us so much that we combined as a crew for a minute, our scenario and Lords of Finesse. And we had this like big ass meeting at my crib, and we were teaching those dudes like what we had learned and how we had learned the way we had learned. So we were teaching Emilio and Chunk and Rage. Left was telling those dudes what to do, bro. So like I think about it and it's crazy, bro. Like, cause you know, Quick was teaching in Boulder. And then so like those dudes that like A-Rock and them dudes talk about this dude like Kevin from Boulder, like Kevin O'Keefe or something.
Yeah.
That was the dude that helped spark the breaking scene in Boulder. But this dude was learning from Quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Quick was taking the bus from the projects over there to go teach in Boulder. And then we linked up with our scenario. And then we seen Scream when he was a little dude, bro, at Rock Island. And Quick Step and I like, yo, we wanted Scream to be in Alouette, bro. We tried to get him to be in Alouette that time. But, you know, we were trying to teach Scream how to windmill at Rock Island on that whack ass floor there. But we were teaching Scream there, and you know, and John was dancing with us at that time too. And then, you know, Scream ended up going to do, you know, you guys did GWT. Al Capone was going to school with my brother and Milk, so they were schooling Al Capone. So it's crazy, bro. Like all the spawns, because you know, like we taught Emilio, who basically made our scenario, and our scenario taught Focus, who made Soul Mechanics. So it's crazy how you think about how all that stuff launched off. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think about it in that sense, it's crazy how that happened.
It's like a lot of people branched off from your guys' learning, you know, like from your guys' teachings and stuff. Like Emilio was the first person who taught me my official 6-step. Like I never even knew a 6-step until Emilio taught me that, you know. So it's like your guys' you know, vocabulary is being passed down.
So like we would like, I don't think anybody knew, like I don't think anybody ever really thought of it like that. And I didn't even really think of it like that, bro, until maybe like a couple of years ago, bro. I was like, wow, like did it really happen that way? Like did all these crews like spawn off of what we were really teaching? Like that's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy to even think about that. Like, did we really do that, or did it just kind of just happen? Like I don't really know. I really can't say that. I know that what we did is what we did, and if it helps spark them, that's what's up. I'm happy.
Yeah, no, I believe it helped spark it. I mean, now that you just said it exactly how you said it, man, it's just like your guys' knowledge and inspiration, like went from one person to the other to the other to the other, like you said, just spawned off. And it's really just like you guys were at the root of the tree, and we're all just a bunch of branches off of everything else that you guys already have started, you know.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, you know, like none of us ever would dreamed of like us of what we were gonna do, you know. Like my brother, like he was the first dude to mix live on FM radio, bro. Like Who would ever thought that would have happened? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
well, he was the first ever in Denver history. When we grew up, there was no hip hop on FM radio, bro. We had to listen to AM radio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We listened to KDKO. So that, and we listened to the Eclipse show. Maybe every now and then we can get it in. You know, I used to sit there and record Dougie Fresh and shit like that on the Eclipse show. But that's only when it would tune in to Denver. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't get it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think that. So, like, you know, that's kind of what popped off. And we started training for the summit. We trained for the summit, and we wanted to go impress Rocksteady.
Yeah.
That was our goal. But, you know, and we didn't really care about if when we got there, bro, nobody wanted to dance really in that circle because Rocksteady was there, bro. It was weird. It was like a weird vibe at first, bro. But like, you know, they started dancing and we already knew them a little bit, right? Because we had hung out with them. So we didn't care, bro. We're like, yeah, we're gonna go get busy too. So
Yeah.
they go out, we go out. We didn't really even care, bro. That's why we were on that summit tape so much, because we didn't care.
Yeah.
And we were just breaking. The after party we went, and the after party was ridiculous. And me and Mars just went and wrecked shop, bro. Like, we just danced and danced and danced and danced, bro. It was crazy, bro. Like that was probably one of the funnest things that we ever did. And we did leave an impression on them. Mars told me later that they wanted to recruit us to do a Rock City Denver, but I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know.
Shit.
But I was like, nah, I told Quick that I would never do that, bro. So, you know, and that kind of, you know, because, you know, they were idols for us, bro. So we wanted to be Rocksteady, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. But
yeah,
I had made a promise, bro, and I had to keep good on my word, bro, as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we did. Quick Steps, like, you're gonna have your own crew, and you guys got to make your own name and your own path. And that's what we did, bro. And at that time, you can only train for the Summit, Pro-Am, or Rocksteady anniversary. So I got to go to at least, I went to 2. Mars went to all 3. I got to go to 2 out of the 3, you know, because then I started having kids and shit. So
yeah.
I got to go to the B-Boy Summit 95.
Woo!
To the Rocksteady anniversary in like 97, maybe. Yeah, 97. 98. 98. Me and Feud went in 98 to the Rocksteady. And that's when Style Elements went. So we were getting with them. So it was like me and we were dancing with, like, Lords of Finesse was part of Full Circle. So we were practicing with like Street Masters, Troll, and Teal, and all those dudes when they were young coming up. Those dudes were nasty, bro. They were doing incredible things that I had never even seen, bro. But we go to these big training spots in New York and we practice with all these people, bro. Dudes from all over the world.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's basically what we're doing, dude. And the best, you know, the craziest summit, and Mars talked about it a little bit that people didn't really know, and he put it on to them the other night, is that we went to the Summit 99.
Yeah.
And we went to Summit 99, we rolled deep, bro. And we rolled with Phase 2, the Boogie Brats, and Lords of Finesse. We were all part of Full Circle.
Yeah.
So we all rolled to the summit together. And K-Mal, Migas, you know, Wicked. That was when Wicked was battling Wicked, and K-Mal Flowmaster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was there right on stage, bro, with Wicked in them. I was there.
What?
Yeah,
that's dope.
A lot of people don't know that my brother DJ'd at that summit. Before the Latin breaks started getting big, my brother, you guys ever seen the movie Zoot Suit?
Yep.
So you know that song there, it's called Chuco Suave?
Yeah.
So that song, Chuco Suave, we had the Zoot Suit record, bro. My brother did a remix of Chuco Suave and made it into a break. And then he did another break out of Oye Como Va by Santana. We brought those at the B-Boy Summit. The Miami dudes were going bananas, bro. And Legs was like, I've never heard Santana cut up like that, you know. But a lot of people don't know that my brother DJ'd at that summit in '99.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's dope, man.
So
what?
He had his own set there, bro.
That's so dope
to do that, bro. But those were ridiculous, bro. And you know, and you know, life kind of happened to me then. You know what I mean? Like, you have kids, you got to work, get older, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I started. I didn't love breaking, but I couldn't focus on it enough because I had mouths to feed. You know, so I had to change my priorities, bro. So that was like, you know, when things started changing for me, bro. you know?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then let's see, maybe fast forward to maybe about like, I don't know when I see, my brother was DJing at this place called the Metro. There's a weird white dude that used to go there all the time. And I was like, who the fuck is this weird ass white dude telling me he knows me? Breaking. Weird white. Every time we would go, bro, it's like, yo, I was in our scenario. And he was loaded. He was all faded, bro. I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. Like, he's like, nah. And I was going through some bad times then. So I was like, I was boozing a little bit. And he was like, yo, we need to practice. I want to practice. And he bugged me so much, bro, at the Metro that I finally said, okay, bro, I'll go practice with you. So I went and practiced. It was Stretch. I went and practiced with Stretch. We went and practiced at this dude, that Lenny dude skateboard shop or some shit.
Yeah.
We went and practiced there, and I hadn't practiced in years, bro. I was fucking fat as hell. I hadn't practiced, bro. But I went and practiced, and that kind of started to spark again. And me and CeeLo started hanging out again. We hadn't hung out in years. Yeah. That was all around like when the basketball thing came to Denver, the All-Star game.
Okay, yeah.
Around that time, bro. I hadn't seen CeeLo in years, bro. And his wife always makes fun of us because my brother was DJing this white party. And me and CeeLo hadn't seen each other, bro. We're like, I was like, yo, is that Los? And he's like looking at me like, yo, is that Fiend? And then we're like, yo. And his wife always like, yo, fucking Chariots of Fire and shit. so and then little CeeLo liked to dance, so that like it sparked my interest again, bro. And I started teaching little CeeLo, and then I met my wife that was gonna be, and my brother was doing a lot of DJing shit, and then that's when we started meeting other dudes. Like we went to the Tribe Called Quest concert, and that's where I met Finesse and Who Rock or Mike Weird. So those dudes were dancing. I was there with my boy Jeff and CeeLo, and they're like, yo, go out, bro. I was like, I really haven't danced, you know. So I went out and I just raw footwork set, boom, boom, came up, boom. Dudes were looking at me like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? And I just left. I didn't know somewhere after that, bro. And then, you know, Mike and Finesse came in. I went and seen them after because I liked their style. I was like, yo, you guys were doing your thing, bro. That was dope, man. We should hang out. So that's how I met those dudes.
Dope.
And we wanted to do a Lords of Finesse anniversary. And I did one at the park at, the fuck is that park over there? Off the highway, off 20th, by the flour mill lots, by the Inferno. We did a anniversary there. And we wanted to do another anniversary because it was going to be like so many years for LOF and like a 15-year. And I was telling Mike about it. He's like, yo, you should do the Mighty Four. I had no idea what the fuck the Mighty Four was. Like, what the fuck is the Mighty Four? I don't know what that is. Yeah. I didn't know all these other jams were happening, bro. I knew like freestyle session because Cross used to send me invitations, bro, in the mail to go to freestyle session. So, and I didn't know about Mighty Four and all these like Out for Fame. I didn't know about none of that stuff, bro. Yeah. I've been at the scene for a while. I was like, all right, so what is this Mighty Four thing? I go, you hook it up, bro. I'll try to do it. I had no idea. We just want to do a Lords of Finesse anniversary. I don't know what this Mighty Four is. So he makes these contacts, and next thing you know, he has me in contact with Polsky, and that's basically how the Mighty Four. It came from Mike Weird's. It came from his vision and us wanting to do a Lords of Finesse anniversary. I wasn't a promoter. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, bro. I almost put me and my wife into bankruptcy those first two jams. Well, actually, all the jams, actually, but those first two jams, bro, I was hurting bad, bro. My credit cards were maxed out. I'm flying dudes in from everywhere, bro. My brother's helping me, you know, and I really just wanted the kids in my city to experience what we did at the summit in '95. I wanted them to be able to experience that in Denver. Like, why does California get to have them all? Or why does you have to go to New York? Or why do you have to go to Miami to do it? Why can't we do it here? Mm-hmm. My brother had the hookups for like, he knew the people at Beta. So that's how it started happening, bro. It kind of organically happened. And then we knew Cross from back in the day, and we started fucking with UDEF and Cross, and we did those. But, you know, we paid for all that shit out of our pockets, bro. Like prize money, all that shit was paid out of our own pockets. So like, the entry fees barely, you guys paying to come into the jam barely covered what we had in expenses, bro. Yeah. And I didn't want to bring like, I know that you guys like like not you guys, I should say, but like the younger generation wanted to see their b-boys, but like I wanted to use it as an opportunity where like old school b-boys that weren't going out into places were going to like get the light, that way they can spread. So that's why like I brought Track, JoJo, and Abby. Like I wanted to be old school dudes because maybe it was being a little selfish on my end, but I wanted to learn, bro. So I would sit there and build with all these dudes and learn more. So like I don't know if Denver understands that Tony Tone from the Cold Crush Brothers DJ'd in Denver. The Cold Crush Brothers and Tony Tone in the hierarchy of hip hop, bro, and DJs is like here, bro. Like the Cold Crush Brothers, the Cold Crush Brothers, like for him to DJ and Outlaw before he passed away, rest in peace, Tony Crush and Outlaw DJing in Denver, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think the younger generation understood the pioneers that were here at that time that we were bringing.
Yeah.
The Mighty Four happened. We started doing the La Casa del Funk ones. We wanted to do the Earn Your Stripes. So the Earn Your Stripes concept was like, because crews weren't being like crews, and the concept was trying to bring the crews back. So like we wanted them to, rock like old English letters or something with their crew names, crew gears. But like I don't think people understood that at that time period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were trying to do like, Earn Your Stripes is just a cypher jam. Like it wasn't really like a prize money. So I don't think like the younger generation was like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
Yeah.
But we were really trying to bring it just to the essence of what we're doing, just to have fun, bro. And that's really how all the jams happen, bro. It was again, dumb luck. Like how in the fuck did I know I was supposed to gonna do these jams, bro? We just wanted to have an anniversary.
Yeah. I'm just trying to have some fun with my friends.
Yeah, that's all we were trying to do, bro. Get quick to come out and chill out, have fun, bro.
Turn into these big old jams.
Right. So then we met Track. Track tells me I gotta bring Abby. Meet Abby, bring Tony Tone. Gotta bring Abby, though. You gotta bring Tony Tone, Start schooling me about some hip hop stuff that I really had never learned before, bro. Like especially Fable's the first dude who really like took me under his wing to teach me anything, bro. Like
dope.
He didn't like take me under his wing like where like he was teaching me everything, but like when he came to Denver and I met Fable, bro, like we connected and he like I'd chill with him all day in Boulder or something, bro. And he would teach me he taught me how to paint like Levi coats. He taught me how to do that. I watched him paint this one for this dude in Japan with this crazy ass popper. It was ill, bro, but I learned how to do it, show Mars, and then that's how we learned how to do our own coats. Bro.
Dope. That's so dope.
It was like he was schooling me on stuff, bro, that I would have never even put together, bro. It's crazy, bro. Like, and then I started meeting Track, and I started meeting all these other dudes and learning, and then started going to New York more, bro. Like I started going a lot more. Then I met started going to the TBB stuff because Abby had wanted me to do TBB Denver. So I was doing that for a while, but then like I was in New York one time and Phantom was there, bro. And Phantom's from the Bronx, bro. And we were doing this, they were doing this party under the building, bro. And it was like in the basement of a building in the Bronx. Yeah. And what he said, bro, like, I don't think he was trying to be disrespectful, but like what he said resonated with me. And he probably don't even realize this, but I heard him like, yo, he was chilling with Chino and they were outside, he had to walk down this hall and come out and they were just chilling there, bro. And like we're the real Bronx dudes, like all these dudes, from all over the world, coming to repping TVB, bro. And I'm like, and then I just said it just marinated in my mind, bro. And I kept marinating and like at that time, bro, what I wanted to do with TBB in Denver is I wanted to like bring all the dope dudes from all kinds of crews in Denver to be united as a crew in Denver. Like I wanted Ray to be in it. I wanted Kid Cruz. I wanted like you. I wanted mad dudes to be in this crew, bro. Like just to rep it because we were gonna be repping for New York, but from Denver. And I was like, well, I recruited Focus. I recruited V. I recruited Reach. Like all these dudes were repping, bro. And And I hadn't reached out to you, and I tried to get Ray, and I really didn't reach out with him because, like, you know, you guys really didn't know me, and I didn't really know y'all, so I didn't really know how to approach you guys. And I tried to approach Kid Cruz, but I think Kid Cruz thought I was just trying to lecture him. You know what I mean? Because I was an old man, like this fucking old man's lecturing me. But I don't think that they understood what I was trying to do at that time, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when Phantom did that, it resonated with me so badly, bro, that like I was like, you know what? This dude's right. Like, I'm fucking fronting. I'm from Denver. Why am I repping this crew? I'm from Denver. Yeah. So I had to call Abby, bro, and like, yo, listen, Abby, bro, like, I love you, dog, and I want to rep your crew, but I can't do it, bro. So I'm gonna pass this shit to Focus and Reach, and they can do A-Rock. They can do what they want with it, bro. Like, there's no hard feelings. I just can't do it. Not because I love you. It's just because, like, I'm from Denver, bro. Like, I grew up just right outside the North Side, and I lived in the North Side when I was in my older teens and like in my early 20s and until now, bro. Like I'm just a dude from Denver, bro. Like, I can't front. So that's why I was like, I can't do it, bro, because I represent hip hop, and hip hop is from the Bronx, but I represent Denver, bro. So I gotta represent where I'm from. And you know, he was a little salty at first, but then he understood, bro. It's like, it doesn't change anything with me, bro. It's just, that's just what I have to do. You know, it's on the Rock, you know, it's one of the older crews too, bro. And you know, all the older school heads, bro, they all have beef over some shit that doesn't really matter to me, bro. Honestly. Like, yo, this dude did this first, and this crew was this first. And yeah, bro, but to me, everybody has an equal part. And I told Asia this yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you guys again, because I say it all the time. In the Bible, they take the story, the book of John, the book of Peter, the book of Paul, they make it into this Bible, and they preach this Bible, and everybody is like, yo, you know, they get their spirituality from it. And my Bible is hip hop, bro. Like, no, don't get me wrong, bro. There's an Almighty and I'm spiritual, but my Bible is hip hop. So there's a book of Batch, there's a book of Abby, there's a book of Track, there's a book of Fable, there's a book of Wiggles, there's Quick Step, there's Bryant. You put all these together, that makes the Bible of hip hop. There's Tony Crush. You know, everybody has their story, bro. I have my story, and it's my story. Like, you can't say, oh, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? You were with me 24/7. You know, I wasn't with Scream. Like, Scream has his own story. Like, I wasn't with him all the time, bro. You guys have your own story. I can say, yeah, this is the history of Denver, but I can't say your history, because that's your history. And even in Denver, right? So even in Denver, like, there's the book of FIENZ, EPI, LOF, GWT, all that is compiling the Denver Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just the way I look at things, bro. Like, I think that, like, because I look like that, people got me wrong. Like, I was preaching to them, and I'm not, bro. I just wanted to unite something with Denver. And then, you know, Vince Colon, I met Vince Colon, and he passed the DC Spin Masters to me. So I want to do the same thing with the DC Spin Masters. I want to bring an old school crew back and put dope dudes in this old school crew that just represented Denver, because Denver City Breakers, you know, DC Spin Masters, Denver County, you know what I'm saying? So, like, come on, man, what better way to do that? But again, I don't think that people were understanding, or maybe their heads weren't right at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, Reach was in it, Mikey, he's in it, you know, Ian, he's in it. You know, there's not very many dudes that is in DC Spin Masters, bro. Vicious V, he's in DC Spin Masters, you know, like, but there needs to be some dope dudes from GWT. There needs to be dope dudes from all the crews to represent this crew, because this is a homegrown old school crew that can still exist in Denver. Yeah. But, you know, I don't think people understand me, bro. So I think they always think that this fucking old man, he's just preaching to us. He's fucking preaching to us, telling us this. But that's not what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to unite. And what's happening with Fahrenheit 75 now is what I wanted to happen fucking when we did the second Mighty Four. That's what I wanted to happen then. And it's cool, bro. Like, I'm not tripping. And I think it's a great thing. But I think also that there has to be something homegrown that's represented, and that's, you know, it has to happen. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not the dude to make that happen, bro. I don't know. But that's what I think. That's what I think that needs to happen for Denver. Like, yeah, you're always going to be GWT. You're going to always be BreakEFX. I'm always going to be Lords of Finesse. But it doesn't mean that we can't represent something bigger. That's our city.
Yeah, and hopefully when people hear this, they'll recognize it. And I think a lot of people are afraid of the communication and like the understanding, like especially the newer generation. They just don't want to hear, like you said. Like I even feel that way sometimes when I'm talking to some of the younger ones. Like I feel like I'm the old man, you know. I'm just like, what? They're looking at me like I'm preaching, you know. And I feel that, but I think I think you're speaking truth, man. Like something homegrown is definitely is what's needed, man. I mean, we're all from the same place.
We're from the same place, bro. Like, you know, even though we grew up differently, maybe we're from different hoods, like we all have the same thing. We all have the love for hip hop. And the older I got, the more like less cocky I got, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I was in the fucking 90s, I was a cocky motherfucker, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And like, we're gonna break and we're gonna break and we're gonna get it. Like, it was like a fight to me. But
Yeah.
now I just do it for fun, bro. Like, you know, like I started changing up what I was doing. Like, you know, go to New York. I started learning more about rocking from Rob Nasty when he was here. He kind of put me onto that. And then I started going to New York, meeting some of the dudes that Rob Nasty was hanging with. And old school Brooklyn dudes like Chuck and PJ and Papo 774. And, you know, Ringo, Spin. I started meeting all these dudes. And I was meeting these dudes because I was going to the TBB anniversaries too, right? So met Don Tony. Me and Don Tony are like brothers, bro. And we didn't hang out back in the day. And he's from the Bronx, and we met each other. He's teaching me shit about the Bronx that I never knew, like his crew, but his crew Dance Control, bro, or how he hung with Buck Four's brother. You know what I mean? He hung with Buck Four, bro, and they had Buck Four they had another crew, bro, called I can't remember exactly what it is, but if Tony's listening, he can say, bro. But there's crews that you would never even heard about, bro, back then. You know, like the Incredible Breakers, bro. Do you guys know about the Incredible Breakers? Like these dudes were in the 80s, bro. From what I understand from the history, that they were one of the most feared crews in New York, bro. Like, nobody, the New York City, I heard that the New York City Breakers couldn't fuck with them. I heard that the Rocksteady couldn't fuck with them. I don't know if it's the truth or not, bro, but that's what I heard. Like, and when I met those dudes, their dance style, bro, is incredible, bro. Like Bryant and Sammy, bro, they're ridiculous, bro. Like these dudes, Bryant is like my teacher now, bro. And it's crazy, like I was telling you guys earlier, because Quickstep learned from Sammy a little bit, and he learned from the dudes that he learned in Brooklyn. So like, it's crazy that like we gravitated towards each other, because basically they're part of my lineage from LOF. Because if they had a little bit of teaching into Quick, that means that some of what I learned from Quick came from Incredible Breakers. And when I go back and I meshed with Incredible Breakers, that means that like I found like my fucking masters, bro. Like my sensei's like went back to Shaolin or something, bro, and found the dudes that are teachers. And that's what I like. I call Bryant the master, bro. He's the master to me, bro. Like these dudes have more than like 500 burns, bro, for rocking, bro. Like stuff that you would never think of, bro. You know what I mean? Come in, take your heart out, beat it, throw it up. You know what I mean? Wrap you up, take your head off like a top. You know, these dudes are doing all these things, and like we would never know what they're doing. You know, they're explaining it to me, and I'm learning. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like if I'm rocking and I'm doing some crazy stuff, like I'm doing some stuff that I did when I was a kid. You know, I used to play with butterfly knives. So if I'm rocking, I butterfly knife it out, stab you, wipe it off, butterfly it back in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like dudes aren't understanding what I'm doing because maybe they didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like that's you know, like Track says, like he would tell me all the time, go back to your family. What was your family doing? What music were they listening to? And how did that influence you? And the more that I thought about it, the more like I grew, and the more I was like, yo, these dudes are on some crazy shit, like to make me think that way. Fable made me think even crazier shit when I was younger. He's like, yo, you know, hip hop is like, it's always existed since the beginning of man. Do you guys even realize that? Hey, do you guys ever think of it in that way? Like it's since the beginning of time, bro. If you think about it, it's just manifested into what it is now. So like when I would talk to Fable, he'd be talking like that to me. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, think about it. Like think about like back in the day, there were dudes dancing around fires. Those are like B-boys. There were dudes banging the drums, or dude, those are like the DJs. There were dudes chanting, singing songs like MCs. There were dudes documenting what was happening on cave walls and on teepees and shit. It's fucking like graph. And I'm like, whoa. Like, who really think about that, bro? But it's the truth. It just manifested it different ways, bro. It's in our DNA, bro, because we're indigenous to the land, bro.
Yep.
It's just in our DNA. Everybody's indigenous to the land, so that's the way it is, bro.
It's in our blood. It's in our soul.
It came out in different ways, right? That's the way I look at it, bro. Like that's why I think sometimes people don't get me, because I'm on like a weird level when it comes to that, bro. Like I'm like, this is the way I think. Like this dude's fucking weird.
But nah, you're hella cool, man. I feel you, dude. I understand. I'm with you. Like you're blowing my mind, man. Like heck yeah, dude. Like you're not crazy. It's all good stuff, dude. Like that is just, yeah, dude. It's like I said, it's just all manifested through time. Like, yeah.
I don't know, bro. That's just what it's part of my DNA and it's what I am, bro. Like, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah,
if
man.
I break. If I don't want to break, I just watch and I just enjoy watching. Like some of the kids, bro, I could never fuck with them, bro. But they're, you know, like, but I can show them some style, you know, like here's what I think. Like, as we get older, we know what it's supposed to look like. We know what it's like, and we know what the package is supposed to look like. Doesn't mean like just because I can't do the things that I used to do when I was in my 20s, doesn't mean I don't know how it's supposed to be done and what it's supposed to look like. So that's why I think like the kids should reach out to dudes like you, or reach out to dudes like Mars. You know what I mean? To like, okay, you guys did this footwork, but what if you just did this and then you did this, and then it changes everything, changes the look up, and you're not looking like you're doing the same shit. You know what I mean? There's things that you can add, or like, you know, like, I don't know, bro. To me, there's a way that breaking should be done. You should top rock. You should have a dope go down. You should have dope footwork before you go into your power. You shouldn't just go in and go. It just doesn't work for me, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not dissing. It just doesn't work for me. No, it just doesn't work for me.
I think I listened to your guys' interview last night, and I think one thing you guys really pointed out that is really obvious to me these days is like the graduating steps. Like you guys were talking about the graduating steps. You had to learn this before you could learn this. You know, you had to learn this before you could learn this, so that you can learn this, so you can learn this. And these days, a lot of people just skip to way over this, and they forget about this, and this. You know what I'm saying? The building blocks, bro. Yeah, the building blocks. Like you can't skip that.
That's the only move that I ever wanted to learn really good, and I still can't do them, bro, because I thought I was ready for halos because I was hitting icy ices. The quick's like, no, you're not ready for halos yet. You have to do floor tracks first. What do you mean? I don't want to do floor tracks, bro. I want to do halos. I want to do air tracks. Like, no, you gotta do halos.
Yeah.
And because of that, I never learned how to fucking do halos. Like, it still haunts me to this day, bro. But you know, what can I do, bro? But that's the way we were taught. And you know, the nastiest dude for my crew, bro. I'm gonna say J-Rock was dope, bro. But the nastiest dude for my crew, bro, ever viewed, ever, hands down. He's the nastiest one in our crew, period, hands down.
Hey, bro, I don't know if you got a chance to watch my cast, but my little interview. But he was. That's what I said. That's what the one person I was like, yo, everyone was always like, you know, J-Rock and Matt and everyone, you know, and I was like, yo, dude, like the first person I ever seen like going off, dude, was Feud, dude. I remember walking into the basement of the spot and seeing him, and I was just like, yo, this dude is unreal, dude, like unreal.
He was like he perfected all quick moves, bro. He perfected.
Yeah.
He can do air track just like quick from the elbow. Ridiculous, bro. Up to hollow backs, you know, dude. He's the nastiest, hands down, bro, out of all of us. Like,
yeah, he had style too, man. Like crazy, dude. Like,
it was ridiculous, bro. He had I don't know if you guys do this, if you guys did this, but we used to have books of combos. We would write our combos in books. In like notebooks, and we had books of combinations, and we had fucking books on books on books on books. I could never get past like 4 pages, bro, and everything else I would just freestyle. So everything you guys see me do, I have some signature shit that I do, but most of the shit I just freestyle it, bro. I'm like doing whatever the music's telling me to do is what I'm doing.
Yep.
I don't have a solid like okay, I have this set and I'm gonna do this set here and I'm gonna do this set here. You know what I mean? But like oh, I see that dude do that, I can get with that. Do what I'm gonna do. But Feud was smart and articulate, bro. That's why he's so nasty at everything he does. Tattooing, painting, breaking, just nasty. My brother too, my brother the same thing, like with DJing. Like he was just like I'm gonna get this. And he would like boom, he was DJing off a turntable and a CD player.
What?
Played CD until he got turntables. You know what I'm saying? Like those my brother and Feud, like those dudes are huge inspirations for me, bro. Even though they're younger than me, like those dudes were huge inspirations. And Mars was my dancing partner, bro. Like it was me and Mars all the time, bro. You know? So that dude, we fed off each other, bro.
Yeah. Dang, man. Yeah, just man, we went through so much stuff, so much history. What is going on with the Lords now? What's next?
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Like we're not really doing jams no more.
Yeah.
That took a toll on me, my wife, my brother, his wife, you know, our families, our financial states, bro. Because we had to pay to do that shit, bro. It wasn't like UF was fucking dishing us a bunch of money, bro. They gave us maybe the prize money, but they weren't giving us a bunch of stuff, bro. So, you know, my brother found that Puma sponsor that one year, which was dope. So we gave Pumas. I don't know, bro. Like, you know, like right now, bro, I'm coaching wrestling. So like, that's really all, like, to me, maybe this sounds a little harsh, but like I don't think the B-boy community sometimes appreciated what we did for the community. Like it was like, after we did it, then it was like expected that we did it.
Yeah.
And the more that it got expected is like, the more like I was like, why are we even like stressing out for this, bro? Like people are complaining because it costs this much, or people are complaining about this, or we should have this DJ, or we should have had this judge, or we should have been doing like, I'm like, you know. And then I started coaching wrestling again, bro, and I was just like, yo, these kids are like so much more appreciative. Like I just like, I don't really care if I do that. Like I'll go train in New York, and just because that's what I want to do, and come and coach. Like that's all I want to do. Like, you know, I coach this girl. Like I have a lot of great kids, bro. Like my program went from 4 wrestling kids to like now we have like 45 kids. Like kids. That's all I had, bro. And I got clowned at all the tournaments. Like the coach was looking at me like, this dude's coming with 4 dudes. Like that's all I had, bro. Like what do you want?
That's all I got.
Bro? And every year it started growing and growing and growing. I had this one girl named Karen. She's the first girl wrestler that I ever coached, and her dream was to make girls wrestling huge. And so I made her go to be part of the Colorado national team, and I sent her to Fargo. I raised money for her, and I sent her to North Dakota to wrestle, go to a camp, go to North Dakota, wrestle. And she did it, and she came back, and she started inspiring more girls and more girls. So like I have just as many girls as we do boys now. And I don't know if you guys know that, but I coached this girl. She came to my school in her 11th grade year, and then she was my varsity 106 pounder her senior year. And in 87 years of the state high school wrestling tournament, no woman has ever placed in the boys state wrestling tournament. And her and another girl from another school placed 4th and 5th at the boys state tournament. It never happened, and it'll never happen again because girls wrestling is sanctioned now. But I got and dumb luck, you know, like she came to my school with dumb luck. Her pops puts me on with these other dudes. I become a coach with the Colorado girls national team. Dumb luck. Yeah. Like all this shit is dumb luck for me, bro. Like I don't know why, it just happens. Like it's luck. Like, and now that's all I want to do, bro. I want to help kids. Like, and I think I was doing it in breaking, but like I forgot to tell you. And I'm gonna tell you one last thing, because you guys probably want to get the hell out of here. Like probably you're done hearing me, tired of hearing me.
No, we're good.
In the 90s, in the early 90s, like before like we went to the summit, I got hired at the city of Denver. There was this lady named Dolores Moreno, she hired me to work at the city of Denver as a on-call employee. So in 1998, maybe 1998, she hired me. I started working at Horseman and Rishel. So my job was to teach kids how to draw, which I taught them how to draw graffiti. And my job was to teach kids how to dance and paint. That was my job, bro. So like, I taught at Horseman and Rishel. That's how I met all of these bunch of younger kids back then, bro. And that's how I was spreading like my love of hip hop at that time. So like I worked at Horseman. So you can ask like Joel, he was in my program, Marshall, maybe Main Rock. I don't know all the dudes that were in there, bro, because but like a lot of dudes came from that program that I was teaching at Horseman. Yeah. Right in the projects, I could go to fucking Horseman, teach, and then go back home. It was perfect, bro. It was the perfect storm. Then I started doing Rishel and spreading some of that in the South Side, and then Mars and Feud, they would come to practice, and I'd bring the Lords to come to practice in the gym, and we teach kids at the same time. So that's how we were spreading some of that. Even Al Capone came down to Horseman a few times to get some training in.
That's so dope, man. Shit.
I forgot about that, bro.
No, that's super dope, man. You have taken us through like one hell of a freaking journey, man. Like so much props and respect, man. Like I'm blown away. I myself have just learned so much about the Lords, just the beginning of it and how it all started and stuff. And this stuff right here is important, and it's important for our scene, like I know people are watching this, and I know some of the younger generation are watching this, and I'm glad they're watching this because this is what they need to know. They need to know their history and their foundation and their roots, and you and your crew play a huge part in this puzzle, man. And I can't thank you enough for even just sharing what you did already,
Oh, man, thank you. No, I appreciate you guys, man. Like, people tell me, oh, you're this, you're that. Nah, I really ain't shit, bro. I'm just a piece of the puzzle like everybody else, bro. Like, everything, like I told you, was dumb luck, bro. And I just basically focused on it and said that's what I wanted to do. So I did it, and everything just fell into its place. And I think that's probably what happened with everybody. If they focus and do it, you're what you want to do in life's gonna fall in place, man.
Yeah.
As long as you focus and that's what you vision, it's gonna happen. And we visioned that we would be this crazy b-boy crew and go to Cali, and we thought we were gonna just go take over, and we didn't take over, but we repped. You know what I mean? And that's the highlight. Like we trained to impress our elders. We didn't train for money. You know what I mean? And that's maybe the little bit of a difference of how the times are now. But we trained to impress. My whole goal in my life at that time was to impress Quickstep and to impress Rocksteady Crew and anybody else that he put me in front of. Like, that's the way we thought at that time. We didn't know about going to win money and going to contests and things like that, bro. We didn't know none of that, bro. And my childhood idols like Gremlin and those dudes from Denver at the time, bro, like I got to meet later on in life, and they got to school me. Like Fame, before he passed away, dude, that dude used to school me all the time, bro. And then if I tell him I heard something from somebody else, he'd be like, yo, I already told you that, bro. Now that Gremlin's telling you that makes it official. I'm like, no, bro, I'm just telling you, like, he told me a different version. He's like, nah, he would check me, bro. So like those old school dudes check me, bro,
That's
like,
so dope.
No, I rap to all those dudes, dude. They're all great dudes, bro. Like, I think the kids, they should look for those dudes, bro, because those dudes, if it wasn't for those dudes, there would have never been me or Mars, you know what I'm saying? Like those dudes were the dudes, So hopefully, they can reach out and find those dudes, like Face or Joe Lopez or like, like Gremlin, Brother Jeff, right? Brother Jeff, like you guys wouldn't realize that Brother Jeff was the ultimate hip hop dude, bro. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the old Denver Breakouts, but Jeff was in the Legion of Doom, bro. Chilling, Jerry Crow's all buff, DJing, no shirt. You know what I'm saying? Jeff is the man, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
You know, those dudes, you know, Brother Jeff's LOF too, bro. You know what I mean? Like those dudes, ETEF, Brother Jeff, you know, there's a lot of dudes, bro. I don't know if you know DJ Scamrock, he's in the UK. Fazo, Musa Fazo put some dudes on in Cuba, you know, all over that rep the crew. You know, my boy Leo in Houston, Don Tony, you know, Track, all those dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, LOF, bro.
Man, well, since we're right here, man, give some shout outs to your crew. Let's go.
Shout out my brother, you know, my wife. Got shout out my wife, you know, for putting up with me.
Yeah, for real.
Nights in a row, you know what I mean? My brother, you know, my parents, you know, they supported us. My sisters, you know, Quick Step, definitely. Asia, Feud, you know, Mars, definitely. My boy Reps and Feud for making me paint when I didn't want to. You know, I don't know, bro. There's so many people, man. Even you know, Ray, you, Scream, you know, Abby, Track, Bryant, especially Bryant, man. Bryant, Don Tony. Those, you know, the lot of important people. Chuck, Popo 774, Popo Love. You know, man, there's so many dudes I won't forget, bro. I feel bad if I forget, but there's
a
lot of people, bro, that make me who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I appreciate your story. I know everyone out there appreciates your story. I know there's a lot of people in there tuning in right now. Thanks for everyone tuning in. I appreciate, and I hope everyone appreciates this, is that you come from a different era, and you come from a golden era, man. And you come from when things were raw and real. And hopefully people hearing these stories, we could somehow get back to that, you know, to being raw and real, and crews being real crews, and being concrete crews, and not these made up fantasy things, you know, for money and shit, you know. And hopefully things will, you know, go back to, or we can get to a place where it's like people are going to jams to rep, you know, and to be, you know, to kind of bring back that essence of what you talked about in the era you lived in, man. Because I'm like, fuck, man, I miss those days, you know, like those days were real and raw. And now it's a little bit more of a sellout. And hopefully people hearing these stories, they're able to be like, all right, cool. This is what it was like back then. And it's time to bring that shit back, you know?
Well, man, I'm a open book, bro. So if somebody wants to learn, bro, like even kids, bro, like kids that want to run, I don't care if you don't go to my school, bro. I'm gonna teach you. You want to learn? Then let's get it. But you know, you want to know about hip hop, or what I know about hip hop, like I'm not an expert. I just study, and I'm not nothing special. But if you want to learn, I'm with it. If you want to make DC Smith Masters into something, then let's do it. Like I'm with it. Like
I'm with it too, bro. Let's talk. You already know.
I made it. I'll send you this logo that I made of it, bro. It's great. I did the Playboy hats because you made me think about that, because I drew a logo, DC Spin Master logos with dude rocking a Playboy hat beanie. So
yeah,
I'm with it, bro. Like, you know,
yeah.
I'm down.
Let's talk, man. Let's talk, man. I think, yeah, let's definitely talk. How can, you know, you know, how can some of these, you know, if these kids, you know, and younger generation, even the older generation who wants to sit down and chop it up, or, you know, and talk hip hop with you, how can they reach you?
You know, they can reach me on Facebook, bro. Like, yeah, Facebook's cool. Like, yeah, that's where you find me. So, and yeah, anything like that, bro. Like, I usually answer if you know, it's kind of weird, then I won't. But you know, I'm down, bro. Like, message, send me a post or whatever, bro. Give you my email, whatever.
Yeah, dope,
I'm with
bro.
it.
I appreciate you so much, Fiends, brother. Like, seriously, like I've been, since when we started talking about doing this, you were one of the people I was like, we have to have you on here, because, like, again, like I said, you play such a huge role, and I from me and my crew, like, I want to thank you and the Lords for like laying down a lot of foundation, because, you know, this younger generation might not appreciate it, but I appreciate what you guys have done, and what you have done for this scene, because none of us would even be here if it wasn't for y'all, you know. And I'm going to say that people may feel how they feel or whatever, but y'all laid it down for us, you know. And like you were saying, you know, people who learned under you and then started these other crews and stuff, you know. And it's like y'all the roots here, man, and we're branches off of everything else that you guys have built here, you know. So thank you, and I appreciate everything you've done, man.
I appreciate you guys. You guys are carrying tradition. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, like I told you, like back in the day, I was a cocky dude, bro. So we may not have all seen eye to eye, bro. But I got nothing but respect for you guys, man. You guys are dope, bro. GWT is a staple endeavor, but so is LOF. You know what I mean? And
Hell yeah.
we're all staples. Soul Mechanics. I like Street Masters. I love all them crews, bro. All them kids are dope, bro. Everybody's dope. I'm just my mind and my thinking is different from them, bro. I was young, in my 20s, early 20s. I was wild, bro. Now I'm mellow. My thought process is different, bro. And when we started doing these things, like my thought process was in the first Mighty Force to develop something for the city. And my dream is to develop a dope ass crew that just represents Denver. And what other way to do that through DC through getting an old school crew passed to us that was like a staple crew. Why wouldn't we do that? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
hopefully it comes to fruition, bros. Maybe some dudes are gonna be interested and gonna want to build it. I mean, there's some members already, but I get that everybody's always gonna rep their crew. I'm not telling you like forget who you are. You're always GWT, but you represent something that's bigger than GWT. Not bigger than GWT, but that's bigger that lays the roots to where we all came from. Basically,
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, I'm with you 100%, bro. Let's open those doors because it's all us together, man. Like told you this before, man. It's like it's all about building right now. Like there's no hate, and if people are hating on each other, like they're not with building right now. Like we're a community, and times are crazy right now, and there's no jams going on, there's nothing going on, and it's all for the love of it, and it is back to the underground pretty much, and it's like, yo, let's do this, yo. Like we're all family here, we're all family, and let's represent something bigger, and we're all older now. I mean, why can't we work together?
We could learn things from each other. You know what I mean? Like there's things that you could probably show me that I never thought of. You know what I'm saying? Or we can learn. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, brother. Well, I appreciate it. I don't want to take your whole night away. Thank you for popping in here on the BreakEFX podcast. It's much appreciated, man. Any last words for anyone?
Just peace out, man. Everybody be safe, man. Stay safe. It's crazy times we're living in right now, man. So be safe.
Be safe, y'all. Exactly. So again, thanks again for everyone tuning in, everyone on the chat on YouTube. Thank you all. I seen that a bunch of y'all were in there hanging in with us the whole time, joining us this evening with Brother FIENZ and the Lords of Finesse. We're gonna have to get you back on, man, because there's just so much more that we could keep talking about. I know, and maybe we could get some a panel of the Lords on here to talk about some of the stuff back in the day. That'd be pretty dope too.
I'd like to link you with like Brother Maurice and Gremlin, or maybe like Face, some of those old dudes that were before me. So it'd be dope. I'd love to hear what they gotta say. But Maurice is back in the city, so Maurice maybe can do it because he's original member of Radioactive with Gremlin, and he's a member of Finesse. So I'd like to link you with those dudes, bro. Let me know, bro. I'll link you with whoever you want.
Let's do this, bro. Let's keep building Colorado hip hop at its finest. Thank you, FIENZ, again. I love you, brother. And we're going to be in talk soon. And everyone, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all later.
All right, man. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.